Welcome to episode 56 of Give Yourself Some Leeway with me, your host, Eugene Lee. Today, I want to try something new. I want to keep this episode short and snappy, and I just want to pose a few questions and get your feedback on it. Open this space for discussion so that maybe in the future I might have an interview and I can bring some of those questions and those concerns that you have to that industry leader. So let's try this out. It was a question that was posed to me recently while I was looking for a career change. And it was posed to me by an interviewer. And it was, what was my perspective on the key traits of a leader? And how would I demonstrate them? And what would be my approach to maximizing efficiency and output while ensuring that I maintain a motivated team? And that really got my head ticking and the brain ticking, being like, what I take a step back and what would be the top three key traits that I would identify myself as a leader? So, yes, I want to delve more into this and I want to hear your feedback too. So, you can reach out to me at giveyourselfsomeleeway.com. We can book a call and have a chat about it. You can send me a DM on Instagram at eugene.leeway, or you can shoot me an email at eugene@leeway.ie. Thank you, and I really hope you enjoy today's short, snappy episode. So, when I was asked what did I believe, what was my perspective on the key traits of a leader, I wasn't trying to find what was the top key traits of any generalized leader. I was trying to think of what was my experience with leadership. What did I see as the top traits that I see both in a leader that I look up to and as a leader myself? How would I best influence others? So they were the top traits that I was trying to think of. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a CEO or business owner to be a leader. But in any area of your life, maybe you're part of a sports team, or maybe even as a parent, how do you come to the world as a leader? What are the traits that you think of? Because some people think that leaders are born, that they're born with these qualities. You have to be a born leader to be a leader in life. But you can develop these skills. I think it all starts with that awareness. Once you become aware of what are the skills that I need to take responsibility for so that I can show up at my best and be a positive influence on my team and help them to grow. So, first of all, the first trait that I identify as a good leader is that a leader must be a good communicator. You must have the ability to clearly articulate your goals, your objectives, and your expectations, because this is essential to the success of any team. Now, as a leader myself, I would make a conscious effort to ensure that my team is always aware of what goals we are working towards and how their contributions fit into the larger picture. I'd like to emphasize that, you need to regularly hold one-on-one meetings with each member of your team so that you can understand their goals, provide feedback, and support them in their career development. So communication is a big one for me. The next and most important trait that I can think of is empathy. As a manager, it's important to understand that each member of your team is unique and has their own set of strengths and weaknesses. Try to put yourself in their shoes and understand their perspectives and experiences, because this helps to build a strong working relationship with each team member and creates that sense of trust and respect. My third trait is adaptability. A leader needs to be adaptable. The demands and workload are constantly changing depending on your work environment. And to be a good leader, you must be able to pivot and adjust the approach as needed. By being flexible in your management style and recognizing that different situations and different team members may require different approaches, it helps to build a team that is able to respond quickly and effectively to new challenges and opportunities. And yes, that doesn't take away from the other leadership traits that are also important, like making decisions on behalf of your team, having that clear vision that you can show everyone. I think that also falls under communication, but having that clear vision to help guide everyone, and also being able to take accountability for your team and having that responsibility. I think there's a lot of crossover between management and leadership styles in that way. But I feel that my approach to leadership has always been around communication is paramount, having empathy with your team members, and also being adaptable. That you can't be cutthroat in your approach as a leader because that doesn't promote growth. You need to be adaptable. And yeah, that's where I've always come from. And I'd love to hear your approach in leadership. The second question was, how would I approach maximizing efficiency and output while also maintaining a motivated team? And I believe that this is a multifaceted approach in order to maximize your productivity and your output while also keeping the team motivated along the way, that you're not just looking for the short-term goal of getting the output, but also looking at the long term. How do you keep that sustainability to keep the team motivated towards project A, B, C, X, Y, Z? And I think the first um the first strategy that you need to have is that you need to have clearly defined goals. As a leader, you need to have clearly defined goals because this is where clear communication comes in. It's essential to the success of any team. You need to clearly define your goals and objectives to ensure that the team is aligned and working towards the same end results. Next thing is empowerment. I believe that you need to empower team members, give them autonomy, and allow them to take ownership of their own work. This not only helps your team members to feel valued and motivated, but it also helps them to work more efficiently and produce higher quality work. Micromanagement of your team and trying to step in or step over the line and take over for them, it produces less quality work. You're probably increasing your own workload and taking their responsibility or their ownership away from the task. So they're not going to respect carrying out that duty. And they're probably not going to respect you as a leader or a manager in terms of giving them their space to give their input to the team. And finally, I think you need to get regular feedback. I think this all falls under communication. You need to get regular feedback, give feedback to the team, get feedback from the team, make a conscious effort to provide timely and constructive feedback at each stage of the process, and highlight where the company or the team's success is and identify areas where they can improve. This helps, to keep the team motivated, ensures that they are always working towards improvement. I try to keep it as simple as that. Let me know what you think. What would you track as a leader? What would your key traits of leader be? And what would be your approach to maximizing efficiency in your team as a leader? And how would you keep them motivated? How would you maintain that level of motivation? I really look forward to your feedback. It's part of the podcast that really fuels me to keep going. So I appreciate your feedback. Again, reach out to me at giveyourselfsomeleeway.com. I love jumping on calls with you guys. You can reach out to me on Instagram, even leave a voice note, DM me at eugene.leeway, or shoot me an email, eugene@leeway.ie. Until next week, take care.